episode 6 on June 26th, guys. The cucumbers are still rolling in. We're checking in once again, guys. Thanks for following the journey. Yes, if you watched, you'd have made it to episode 6, and you know how we doing with these cucumbers. We checking on them. We trying to keep them going and flowing and going and flowing. Man, it's tough. It is extremely tough. Especially when it starts getting hotter. It's just tough to keep the growth going. Here we are, June 29th. We are still just checking up. Look, as you can see, the leaves, they aren't as happy as they once were. So I tried to use my sunshade to give them the protection that they needed. But if you noticed, a lot of the limbs are trying to climb onto the sunshade. Look, here we are, July 1st. I'm just checking in every day. Is this ready? I don't know. Look, this is one of those straight 8s. So out of the whole situation, just to give you all a recap, we're going to be here. If you watch, you're going to stay here. That straight 8 is very tough to grow. I don't know what I did wrong, what's going on, but I was only able to yield 2 straight 8s from my whole ordeal. If you watched last episode, this is kind of where it ended off here on July 3rd, where we were checking in on our cucumbers. Look, we still have some growth. Look, I'm going to go ahead and get that straight 8 on out of here. Now, unfortunately, I don't know. I think I was just so upset that it took so long for the straight 8s to come that I didn't even cut the straight 8 open on camera. I just was so like, forget you guys. Forget you guys. You didn't want to come for me. Forget you. But anyway, as you can see, man, look, I got a lot of brown leaves. Look, I had to add more coverage. Now, adding that extra coverage, it did kind of protect them a little more to where they weren't burning. Look, here's that straight 8. Look, forget what I was saying. Forget it. Set it and forget it. But anyway, here's that straight 8 and a pickling. I'm just going to go ahead and wash these bad boys off. What are we using? If you watch, you should know. Let's hear it. Look, I'm doing Dora the Explorer on y'all, but that was some apple cider vinegar and some water. We got to get those off of there. You know how we do. Here we are on the 4th of July, Instead of popping firecrackers, what we doing, baby? We out here trying to yield some food for the family. We got to eat tonight. Not off these cucumbers, baby. This ain't enough to feed nobody. We barely making it. Look, they like, where's the water? Where's the water, ma'am? I don't know. I'm watering them. That's the crazy part. But like I told y'all, this corner gets a lot of heat in the afternoon. So hence the sunshade where I'm trying to protect them. Look at this one. It's just a bulb. Like, they're starting to grow really weird. Really weird. So that's letting me know we're coming to an end here, guys. We're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. Like, that's how I'm feeling about it. But, again, I'm not going to end. I'm not going to quit until they quit. So I'm going to keep protecting them. Here on the 8th, look, I went to Ross. I got some, some cutters. I got some cutters. I call them pullers. I don't know why I call them pullers, because you don't pull, you cut with those. But anyway, man, shout out to Ross, man. If you ever want something weird and quirky and you just like, man, let me see. Go to Ross, man. They gonna have it. They gonna have it. They gonna have it. Now, you might have to wait in a long line, but they gonna have it. But look, here we are on the 18th, man. Look, I just got through watering. As you can see, the ground is wet. That's that little bulb one. It's still weird. Look, I'm doing more watering. I'm just trying. It's over with. It's over with. They leaving. I've accepted it. Look, I'm watering my tomato plant. Now, I left this in even though this is about the cucumbers, I wanted to let you all know that tomato plant, if you've been watching my entire journey, that is the one from Ace Hardware, and man, it's still going strong. It's crazy because I it's outliving the doggone cucumbers that came far after it. I don't know. We'll talk about that another time. But look at the cucumbers trying to trellis on over, trying to trellis on. I just wanted to keep saying trellis. Trying to climb on over there to get the nutrients from the tomato plant. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, trying to kill my tomato plant so you can stay alive. But baby, it's done. Now, y'all can see it's done. I just wanted to give you all the full picture from start to finish of the cucumbers. Look, bugs on it. It's just getting outrageous up in here. I don't know. They living life like it's golden on here, but I get it. It's the full circle of life, and I'm here to help. Look at Socks. He like, oh, Mama, what's happening? What's happening to our food? Baby, it's gone. But no, here in Texas, I was prepared for this because here in Texas in July and August, baby, you're going to cook, okay? You are going to cook. So if you're trying to really be a serious gardener, look, I got rid of a lot of that debris. I cleaned it up. As you can see, look, I did like a little up. But here on the 3rd, it's over, man. It's over. It's over. But look, on the 12th, now shout out to my brother. Shout out to Lee brother. We're going to call him LB. Shout out to LB. He sent me a video, right? And normally I don't watch other people's videos because I like to do my own thing. I'm real creative. Y'all know I don't research. Let me stop. But no, shout out to him. He sent me a video of a young lady. Her cucumbers were at the end of life like mine. And she took like the last little piece that was living, and then she transferred that into a pot. And so I was like, okay, this is my last little piece that's living. I got a little thyme, I got a little dirt, I got all kind of stuff. Lee got everything. So let me see if I could keep my babies going, in a pot as opposed to the ground. Because, I've been having success with my tomato plant in a pot. So, hey, why not try the cucumbers in a pot, okay? And look, as you can see, I have my organic Miracle Grow here. It's for raised beds, okay? And it's for vegetables and whatnot and what have you. So, yeah, you're doing a little blend here, just hoping for the best, LB, if you're watching, let me know. You better text me after you see this. So listen, I putting it in, look, this is my last, look, as you can see, it's green, unlike the other brown we have been seeing. This is my last little piece. And this is the piece that had been trying to suck the life over there by the tomato plant, over there by the tomato. So this, it got a little juice. It got a little juice. It's ready. It's thriving. So I'm like setting you up. Okay, baby, here, hold your neck up. Hold your neck up so you can thrive. And if you didn't see, it has like a small little cucumber on it already. Excuse me. So that's why it's kind of heavy. Look, okay, let's put you right here. And look, it has a little shade here. And that's probably why that tomato plant is doing so well. Because it's, more shade because it's behind the leaf shed. It's behind the leaf shed. And the sun comes from the other side and beams down or whatever. So we're going to put this here. We're going to clean up. And now that it's there, look, they just ripping up. They easy to come off. They ain't even in the ground tough. Easy. Look, this all that's left, guys. The cucumbers are finished. The cucumbers are finished. But stay tuned. Stay tuned for the end. And you'll see how we close out episode 6, the finale. But as you can see how we do, if you know how I get down, we have to clean up. Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. Okay, so now we're cleaning up. The journey is over. So the whole time while I'm gathering these things, look how tough they are to get out of the ground. That's how you know the ground is hard, crusty, and it's done. It's over with. So as I'm doing that, look, Socks, shout out to my boy Socks. He was excited I was outside. Sometimes I wish he can talk so he could tell me what he's thinking about me. I am crazy. But anyway, I just want to know, like, if he like, oh, you out here doing stuff, or he like, man, get out the way, I'm doing something. You know, what is his thought? What are his thoughts, you know? But anyway, look, I don't even have on my boots, y'all. This was like a spur of the moment thing. I just was sick of it. And like I said, after LB sent me that video, I was like, oh, I gotta go do this. I got some time on my hands. And so I'm gonna go do that, right? So shout out to Lee Brother for the idea. So here we are on the 15th. LB, what's up? LB, what's up? Look at this. Look at this. See, I wish I could get the video from the continuation from that girl. Because, see, that's why I don't watch stuff. You know, that's why I do my own thing. I let the ancestors speak to me and whisper in my ear and be like, do my child, do this. Because, they must be from Italy. But anyway, let me stop. Okay, I'm going too crazy. That didn't work. So transferring them, trying to put them in something else, that didn't work for me. I don't know. It might have worked for that young lady, but LB, it didn't work, baby boy. So we going to go back to the drawing board, but I do have some plans for what I'm going to do for the garden next year, next season. We're going to start earlier. I am going to turn over this soil. I'm going to do all kind of things, man. I just hope y'all stick around. How about you all like, comment, and subscribe, and then you'll definitely be around for what I have in store next. But stick around. Let's go ahead and taste test some of these pickles. Let's go! I want to say thank you for watching me do more stuff. Okay, y'all, we are here in our cucumber. In our cucumber journey, baby, episode 6. If you watched, baby, you know what we've been doing. And here we are in the finale. As promised, I said I was going to show you all my last cucumber that I pickled. As you can see, here it is. But before we get into that, guys, I was in for a shock when I opened the fridge. Now, I don't know if I told you why I have been keeping the cucumbers. Well, the pickles now, they're pickles now. I have been keeping them in the back of the fridge. So when I open the fridge, you know, in and out, I'm not seeing them, you know, readily like you would see, you know, about things right away, right? I went to reach for my pickles. Forget pickles. I went to reach for my pickles. Lily done got me. Lily got me. But I have one. And I mean one. Okay, so I guess they were good, guys. I can't even try to taste another one. I can't even try to taste another one on camera. Lily got me. And you know, she came to me and was like, Ma, you have any more cucumbers? And I was like, you know, nah, that was it. You know, she was like, they were good. Not knowing that meant, baby, you don't have any more. You don't have any more, okay? So, but it's all good. You know, like I said, we doing it for the family. For the family. So I'm going to put on a glove, you know, protect these babies. Protect these babies. But no, I'm gonna dig in there, so that's why I'm putting on the glue. You know, it's mine. I can do what I want. It's mine. I can do what I want. So here we are. Oh yeah. Don't tell me it's another one where I'm gonna have to cut and go get it open. I tried to do a little opening before I got on camera. Got it. Oh, it's just busting. It's just busting up. It's busting up. Let me get close so y'all can really see. So again, I used the same recipe that I had for the other ones. But with this one, I didn't put any red pepper flakes in. I didn't want to get fancy like a Vlasic. I wanted to get fancy like a Lee. Okay? Write that down. So we're going to take a little taste. Oh, look, the dill weed is all over it. Hold on. I have it on the table here so I don't mess up. So don't drop it. So this is the pickle. It smells so, excuse excuse me, you know we're not gonna edit it out. So it smells like, I can't even describe what it smells like. It smells like a pickle. I don't know, but it smells like a Vlasic once again. I particularly, myself and Reen, I don't even know the name of the brand, but it's not the Vlasic. It's the ones that's next to those. Okay, it's the ones that's next to those. But yeah, it smells like a Vlasic. I'm a Vlasic girl, you know. Write it down. Y'all heard about it in the last episode. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. It feels like a pickle. It's squishy. Or I'm getting pickle juice all over the place. But it's squishy. Yeah, whatever. I'm talking too much. We're here to take a bite, right? So let's take that bite. Okay. So, honest. It tastes a little bit like dirt and a pickle and a cucumber. I'm gonna take another bite. Hold on. I'm gonna take another bite. Okay. Maybe it was just that first the little top. Maybe because I had the edge, it had a little dirt on it. It didn't have dirt on it. You know what I mean? It just had that flavor. Let me take one more bite. So, the more I get into it, the more it doesn't taste like a pickle. I'm going to keep it real with you. So, I see that keeping the cucumber whole, the ingredients don't have a way to penetrate and get inside the thickness of the cucumber. I prefer them cut. As you can see, you know, Lily prefers them cut as well because she tore them up. So we know now that you should cut those bad boys up if you really want it to penetrate and get those flavors combined in. And then, so, you know, I don't know. I didn't do the research, so I don't know how long companies normally keep cucumbers in to pickle them. This, like I said before in the previous video, this one, at this point, today is August 19th. At this point, it's been in there for, you know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, I don't know, a month and a half, something like that. Yeah, so it wasn't pickly, guys. It was not pickly compared to the first one. The first ones, when I cut up, they were very pickly. But that's it. I'm so glad you all stayed for the entire journey. Look, unfortunately, we had to get to episode 6 to find out that if you keep that cucumber whole, it's not gonna taste like a pickle. Now, I'm wondering, do they poke holes in it? Probably not. No, I've never had a pickle that was a little leaky with a hole. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna research that, and then next season when we come back, because you know we coming back, we learning from our mistakes. We making more, you know, but we learning a little bit here and there. So maybe next season, when we doing this all again, when our Dollar Tree sees, yeah. Maybe when we doing it again, we'll do it properly and it'll pickle. It'll pickle, baby. But that is all for our pickle journey, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Come back next time.